Hi folks, Navy Dowdy here. Here's a tax tip of this week. Let me ask the question, why do more people fear an audit than fear paying too much taxes? It's an interesting question. If you ask 100 people, do they think they're paying too much taxes? The knee-jerk reaction almost always is yes, without hesitation. Why do I call that a knee-jerk reaction? Because if I follow that up with a couple more questions, you'll see what I mean. How much did you pay in federal income taxes next year is one question. And what tax bracket are you in? They almost always say, I don't remember, or I'm not sure. Or they might just guess at a bracket percentage, usually not correctly. I've even had people say that they think they're paying too much taxes and then find out that they actually got back all of their withholding. And in some cases, even got back tax credits for money they actually didn't even pay. Why is this? Well, when you ask those same people, do you pay too much on your cell phone or your car or your mortgage? Usually they will say, well, no, I got a good deal. And then even elaborate on all the details of how they negotiated that good deal. Human nature is our best guess as to why this happens. Or maybe it's just because the tangible value of the cell phone or the car or your house just makes it easier to value than the intangible value of being able to drive to work and having the road plowed by somebody, because that's where your taxes go. Or because you were able to wake up in the morning and have a job because our military kept us free. So our quest continues. Why do we have so many people who will spend endless hours shopping to save a few cents or a few dollars even on cell phones and cars, and yet the biggest bill that they have, their taxes, they will spend no time at all on? They won't proactively shop for tax credits and deductions. And when asked why, the main answer is because I don't want to cause an audit. An audit? Oh no, lions and tigers and bears. It kind of reminds us of the wicked witch in The Wizard of Oz, stirring her cauldron and saying, I'll audit you, my pretty. An audit. Oh no. Quite often we'll ask our self-employed clients if they're doing any work from home. Over COVID, everybody started working from home. And do they take the home office deduction? And frequently they'll say, no, I don't want to cause an audit. The IRS several years ago recognized that with so many people working from home, they had to put a simple way for people to take that deduction, and it's the home office EZ form is one way to do it. If you file the home office EZ form, now you have to be self-employed to do this, but if you file that, you don't even have to provide any documentation. The IRS just gives you $5 a square foot for that part of your home that you're using for your office. And millions of people are doing this and not taking the deduction, as an example. So if you use the EZ form, you don't even have to bother with any record keeping. There are many legal and ethical and straightforward things that can be done to lower people's taxes. There are a lot of other things that you can do that require more record keeping, but that's pretty good pay. Suppose you made $1,000 an hour for that little bit of extra record keeping. Would $1,000 an hour be pretty good? For most people, I think that would be pretty good. That's the kind of return you can get on just doing a little bit of tax planning. Suppose you're missing some of the required records and the IRS disallows some of the deductions. Well, then you have to pay the tax and a little bit of interest and penalty. But I can tell you this, they're not going to call you up and say, hey, you could have taken this deduction. Maybe you should look at that. That's not going to happen. Maybe you took $234 in deductions that they disallow. They're going to write you back a letter and say, you've got to pay that $234 plus a little bit of interest and penalty. Not a big deal. The end. No which. You just have more money to spend. Find a tax planner today. I'm Navy Dowdy, and remember, financial fitness can be beneficial to your wealth.